Okay, so let's see. How do we share it? Oh, okay. This is my first TikTok. Okay. Hi. Can I share it again? Let's see if I can share it again. How does this work? I have to get used to going live on TikTok. I usually go live on Instagram. So we will see how this goes. Hey, what's up? If you guys can share also with your people, we can get more people educated about eating for their blood type. Okay. Hey guys, I'm also on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, you can definitely go over there. Let me share it over here on Instagram as well. This is the path that we are on, apparently. This is my purpose, is to get us healthy, right? Okay, so for those of you that may not know me, oh, another thing that I've learned, this is why I'm going live with Instagram at the same time that I'm going live with TikTok, is because apparently TikTok does not keep your lives. So you actually have to, I mean, I guess you can download them and put them on YouTube or whatever, but they don't save your lives. So if people miss your lives, then they're just out of luck, apparently. So I don't know anything about that. But as we continue to grow the audience, I'll learn more about TikTok. I'm definitely much better at Instagram. So for those of you that don't know anything about me, I am Mama Trey. And the reason I am Mama Trey is because I'm everybody's mama. Hi. I'm everybody's mama. And I cannot find my tripod for my phone. It's somewhere in this house, but I'll figure it out by tomorrow. But the reason that I am here on Earth, apparently, is because I am to share what I have learned in my 53 years on Earth with everyone, okay? And the bulk of my experience comes from sales and marketing and all those things, but apparently what my purpose is turning out to be is educating people on self-health. I had to heal myself from many illnesses. Back in 2006, I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis. I don't know if a lot of you know what sarcoidosis is, or you probably know someone with sarcoidosis. And I was put on a bunch of medications and had lung surgery and just a whole debacle. And during that time gained like 85 pounds. And that 85 pounds came from inflammation. And it was just, it was painful. It was hurtful. It was debilitating. I mean, I was allergic to everything. I actually got the sarcoidosis, which is the same exact sarcoidosis that Bernie Mac died from. Okay. So I was diagnosed with this sarcoidosis. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. I couldn't barely leave the house. I could barely go anywhere because I was allergic to dust and mold and cigarette smoke and all these different things. So I had a very, very limited life. So for 6 years, and also asthma. So anytime I would walk up a flight of stairs, I would literally have an asthma attack. Okay, so for me, it was just a very limiting time. You know, I was 38 years old at the time that I was diagnosed. And being on these medications, you know, went from being on 2 medications to being on 3 medications to being on 4 medications to being on 6 medications, right? And I remember sitting down with my doctor one day and saying, when am I going to be cured from this? And he's like, oh, there is no cure. And I'm like, what do you mean? There is no cure. Oh, you know, you're just going to be on these meds for the rest of your life type shit. And I'm like, can you guys please share the live? I'm new here on TikTok, but not new to Instagram. But I literally said to him, because I'm going to the doctor every week. Every week they're giving me another drug. And it got to the point where it was just a game for me at this point, you know. I'm taking the prescriptions home and just piling them on top of each other, because it was just like, you're using me as an experiment. That's what this is. You're using me as an experiment. You're practicing on me. Because you don't know a whole lot about sarcoidosis, I'm your lab rat. Now, mind you, the surgery already cost $123,000, the lung surgery, to find out that I had sarcoidosis. And then, you know, luckily I had really great insurance, so I didn't have to pay anything for that. However, the point being, I'm a lab rat. Because you don't know. They literally told me, we don't know a whole lot about sarcoidosis. I'm not going to be your lab rat. Okay? So I remember sitting down with my doctor and saying, listen, I'm not going to be the person that you get your next Mercedes off of. I'm not going to be that girl. So I'm out. And I fired my doctor. And I wasn't going to go to another doctor, because I have been to all of these different doctors, and they were all saying the exact same thing. So no, I don't know you, so I cannot add you here. I don't add people that I don't know to lives. I don't know how TikTok works. I don't know if you can hang up on people. I don't know any of that. So until I get that all figured out, I won't be inviting anybody on this live that I don't know. Sorry. You ain't gonna come up here and flash me your dick. You're not gonna do any of that. I don't know how y'all play around here. Okay? But trust me, I've been on this earth long enough to know what happens. Okay? So, fired the doctor. Luckily for me, someone sent me some coffee. I'm telling you guys my story, how I got to where I am. Okay? Thank you, LaToya. Someone sent me some coffee with Ganoderma in it. If you're not familiar with Ganoderma is a medicinal mushroom, okay? And Ganoderma, chaga, turkey tail, all of these different mushrooms are anti-inflammatory. They have so many medicinal qualities, but of course your doctor's not going to tell you that, right? So I started drinking this coffee, and I was drinking the coffee probably 3 times a day for 30 days. And after that 30 days, I felt much better. My inflammation had started to ease. My breathing had started to ease. My allergies had started to ease. And I came up off those drugs. And it's been 10 years now that I have lived without dealing with sarcoidosis, okay? So if you know anybody that has sarcoidosis, and I'm not making any medical claims, but I am saying that there are natural ways for you to stave off these inflammatory diseases, okay? Because the drugs, and your doctor knows this, the drugs are making the inflammation worse. And inflammation is debilitating, okay? And just always remember this, okay? There's no money in cures. There's no money in being cured. So you have to understand that there's a whole pharmaceutical industry. These doctors work for the pharmaceutical industries. This is what their entire job is. They're basically legalized drug dealers. And I have a lot of doctor friends. Okay? That's neither here nor there. The truth remains, there was nothing in it for my doctor to cure me. Okay? I have 35 years of network marketing experience. Do you know who has the absolute best network marketing setup? Doctors, pharmaceutical companies, okay? Dentists. Because every time you leave, let's just say, every time you leave a doctor's office, they're making you another appointment. Every time you leave the dentist's office, they're making you another appointment, right? Okay? So they're keeping you on this hamster wheel. Every time you go see your doctor, they're writing you a prescription for something. I remember my doctor saying to me, "Oh, do you have acid reflux?" Now, I did have acid reflux, but how did he know that if I didn't tell him that? Right? Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, doctor, I do have acid reflux. Oh, well, let me write you a prescription for Prevacid. That's when I really started waking up. You've watched me throughout the years. That's fantastic. Thank you for, hey, Bird. So that was really when I started to become aware of what was going on. And for me, the best thing I ever did was reject drugs. Okay. I don't even have time to tell y'all my whole story with that. I mean, being addicted to opioids and having to come off of opioids myself, like I was on heroin and throwing up in buckets, and I mean, just craziness. And so here I stand today, okay, alive at 53 years old, okay, feeling better than I have felt in many, many years. And the reason that is because I took my health back. No one else on this planet is responsible for your body's maintenance but you. Nobody. Okay? I'm glad you had a great song, sweetheart. Nobody is responsible for your body except you. Okay? That's like, I understand that you take your car to a mechanic if you don't know how to fix your car. I get it. Okay? But you have to start looking at your doctor the way you look at your mechanic. The mechanic only knows what you tell him is going on with your car. Right? If you go in and you're like, oh, it's making this noise, it's making that noise, it's pulling to the left, it's pulling to the right, he is going to then diagnose your car with this, that, or the other. He's going to say, oh, it needs an alignment, it needs this, it needs that. That's the same way we're treating doctors. And doctors are doing just what you asked them to do. Before I even came on the live, do you understand how many prescription drug commercials I have seen this morning? See, I've been on the earth long enough to know, and some of y'all may be young, okay? In 1992, the pharmaceutical industry, I remember it to the day because I was in health and wellness. I was selling health and wellness products that really, really worked, okay? In 1992, the government changed the laws and allowed pharmaceutical companies to now start advertising on television and in magazines, on the radio, okay? So now when you turn on your TV, you'll see, especially people my age, because, there's shingles. I have seen the shingles commercial 5 times today. Now, I have a degree in marketing. I understand marketing. I know what it is. America is all about the marketing, okay? You have a commercial that's for people 50 years and older, because y'all aren't seeing the shingles commercial. I'm seeing the shingles commercial because I'm 50 years and older. And literally what the guy said that really made me cringe was when he said, it's probably already in your body. Now, another thing that you guys will learn about me is I'm big on personal development. I will be teaching personal development here, okay? And the mind traps that we all fall into. Well, in the marketing world, you have to hear something 7 times before you start attaching a feeling to a product or a recognition to a product, okay? I done seen this commercial 5 times in 2 hours. So I'm asking myself, okay, How many more times do I need to see the shingles commercial before I'm motivated to take some sort of action? What would the action be? Getting it into my mind that I could possibly have shingles in my body. So now I'm starting to think about it over and over and over again. And what happens when you think about something over and over and over again? It manifests. I'm not doing that. I rebuke that. You are no. But see, that's what these pharmaceutical commercials are for. They want you to run to your doctor. They want you to ask your doctor, well, I'm concerned about shingles. Should I get the vaccine for shingles? Should I do this? Now everything's about shingles in your life. All you're doing is worrying about shingles. Okay? So what I'm here to do today is to talk to you guys about the biggest difference that you can make in your health almost instantly, that you will see instant results. Okay? Inflammation is something that's a part of all of our lives. And the problem is people are not talking about it. Okay? The only time you ever hear anybody talk about inflammation is when they're talking about a disease. Okay? An inflammatory disease. An inflammatory disease will be arthritis. It could be sarcoidosis. My case was pulmonary sarcoidosis. Okay? When you have pulmonary sarcoidosis, you are dealing with inflammation of your lungs. And that was my issue. That was also Bernie Mac's issue. Okay? So when you have these inflammatory diseases, it just simply means that your organs are swollen. Okay? I know it's hard to believe. But you have millions of people walking around thinking that they are fat. I'm about to shake y'all up. You might want to share this. With some people. Okay? You have millions and millions of people walking around thinking that they are fat. And I'm here to dispel that whole myth. Okay? Yes, you may be overweight. Yes. Okay? You're bigger than you've been before. I get it. But what you don't understand is there's a root cause behind this. I'm so tired of hearing people, especially, I've seen a lot of it on TikTok. I've seen a lot of it on Instagram. You have all of these coaches that are out here telling you that you need to cut your calories. You need to eat in a calorie deficit. You need to do this. You need to do that. But nobody is addressing the underlying issue. And I'm really, really tired of all of these coaches that are on here telling you what you need to do because it worked for them. Okay? So you have somebody that is now a fitness model and they want to come on here and tell you, okay? Just stay with me. I'm going to tell you how to fix it, okay? You have people on here telling you you need to cut your calories, you need to do. That is a true thing. You do need to kind of cut your calories. But what is at the root of your weight? What is the issue? Because you will be a person, and I have been a person, and everybody I know will be a person that says, I don't even eat that much, but I eat healthy. I eat salads. I eat this, I eat that. There are so many foods that people will promote and market as healthy foods, right? Now, mind you, there are some people that are out here eating McDonald's and stuff every day. I get that. I get it. But we need to know what is the underlying issue here. The underlying issue, honestly, is you're eating foods that you're allergic to. I'm going to put this in terms you can understand. You're eating foods that you are allergic to. Now, here's where we have to dispel these myths. Allergies to something is not just you breaking out or you getting a rash or the hives or you're itching and this, that, and the other. No. Okay? Being allergic to something, the main problem with being allergic to something is inflammation. So when you see people taking a Benadryl when they have eaten some crabs, right? Oh, I have a shellfish allergy. The first thing they'll say is, oh, I need to take some Benadryl. Why? Because it is an antihistamine. It is the histamine that triggers the inflammation. Okay? So when you are eating foods that your body is allergic to, it is going to trigger inflammation. Inflammation is actually a defense mechanism that defends your body against foreign invaders. I know I'm early, y'all. Share the live. I usually come on here later in the day. Okay? So what's happening is your body is getting triggered constantly, and you are fighting against your body. Okay? So there are certain foods that you can eat that will actually benefit you, and certain foods that are actually harmful to you. Okay? So if you have a foods list, if you know your blood type and you look at the foods list, it will show you exactly what the foods are that you yourself should not eat. Because when you eat those foods, it triggers inflammation, which in your mind is weight gain. If weight was so easy to gain, why are people taking weight gainers? Can somebody answer that question? If weight is so easy to gain, why are people taking weight gainers? Weight is not easy to gain. Sorry, I don't bring strangers on my lives. Weight is not easy to gain. It isn't. Inflammation is easy to gain. Okay? But because you don't know, you think it's just regular weight. Okay? What is happening is your organs are swelling. Okay? So your gut, 70% of your immune system is in your gut. When you're eating things that your body doesn't like, your gut, intestines, liver, stomach, all those things, are kidneys are swelling. Okay? If you are continually eating foods that your body is allergic to, they go into a chronic inflammation state. So this, let me put this in terms you can understand. You are literally fighting against your own body. You're fighting against your own body. So every single thing that you put in your mouth is a battle for your body. Okay? The only person that's responsible for your body is you. Your doctor is not responsible for your body. Your doctor gets paid to give you advice about your body. Okay? You have to take control of your own health. Period. So how can you do that? There's a foods list on my link tree. If you know your blood type, you can go to my link tree and download your foods list. Once you get your foods list and you start looking at the things that are harmful to your blood type, you can then start eliminating those things from your diet. Okay? If you start eliminating those things from your diet and start adding in the beneficial foods only, eating according to the beneficial foods only, the neutral foods you can have occasionally. Let me give you an example. Blood type O. America, the majority of people in America is blood type O. Okay? Blood type O basically is a high protein, low carbohydrate diet. Paleo, Atkins, not keto. You may think keto, but keto allows for a lot of dairy. Type O blood types should not have dairy at all. Did you know that? Ice cream, cheese, sour cream, yogurts, none of that. Why? Because dairy triggers inflammation. Not only does it trigger inflammation, it creates mucus, which is in turn triggers inflammation. Okay? So if you're battling with your weight, you're battling inflammation. That's it. Okay? Your struggle is not with eating a lot of foods, it's just eating the wrong foods. So if you actually had a diet that just had beef, because there's a lot of people that's like, oh, like it's a flex. That's what cracks me up. Like it's a flex. I don't eat red meat. And I'm like, well, what's your blood type? And they're like, oh, it's blood type O. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, what do you eat? Oh, I'm vegan. And I'm like, wow. And they're like, well, what's the problem? Vegan, plant-based. Man, you are not even supposed to be eating like that. That's your problem. This is why everybody, there's so many people out here right now talking about, there's a lot of fat vegans, because for some reason, people have tied veganism into being skinny. And that's not the case. That is not the case. You as a type O blood type should never be vegan. Ever. You can't even eat cauliflower. So you got these type O people that should be carnivorous out here eating cauliflower pizzas and slutty vegan and all this, that, and the other, and they can't understand why they can't lose any weight. This is why. You ain't even supposed to be eating like that. So every single thing that you eat, your body is allergic to. You're not even supposed to be eating cabbage. You're not even supposed to be eating cabbage. Okay? So what you don't know is hurting you. Then you got blood type B. Okay? You ask a blood type B person, oh, well, what do you eat? Oh, I eat chicken breast, because just about all the coaches that I see here on TikTok are saying the same thing. Oh, you need to eat chicken breast and brown rice and vegetables. Right? Ain't that what they tell you to lose weight, to be in a calorie deficit? Because chicken breasts are so low in calories, this and the other. Do you understand that type B blood type people are not supposed to eat chicken at all? If you want to know why you're overweight, not the how to lose it, but you have to understand why you are overweight. Why are you dealing with these health issues? Why are you diabetic? Why are you these things? It's because you're not eating the right foods for your blood type. Why is it that you can call your doctor's office right now and they won't even tell you your blood type? You walking around, the majority of the people right now are walking around and have no clue what their blood type is. Now, mind you, they got a doctor. They go get an annual physical every year. The whole 9 yards, because it's a flex to have a doctor. Well, my doctor put me on such and such drug. My doctor says that I can't do, especially for black folks. Yeah. I just had cabbage last night. But I'm blood type AB. I had a pot of greens. Dandelion, mustard, collard, kale, and cabbage. Those are all things that are beneficial for me. Okay? So it's a flex to have a doctor, but it's bad when you call your doctor's office and they're like, we don't know your blood type. Well, wait a minute. I just came in for an annual physical and you took 6 vials of blood from me. You took 6 vials of blood from me, but you don't know what the blood type is? Why don't they want you to know what your blood type is? Because they know that if you know what your blood type is, you'll figure out how to heal yourself. Healed people can't be controlled. Healed people cannot be controlled. Okay? And by having us on drugs, by having us overweight, by having us feel bad, we are never going to be able to heal ourselves. Okay? Because medicated people are very, very easy to control. And you're vibrating low. You're vibrating low. You're negative. Okay? You have a negative outlook on life. You never feel... How can you feel good when your body don't feel good? How can your mental feel good when your body don't feel good? Okay? So we got to get our bodies in check. The number one thing that you can do for yourself right now is find out what your blood type is. Take your butt over to Amazon and get the Eldon blood typing test. It's $8. Okay, people say, oh, I got to go to, this is what the doctor's office will say. Oh, just go donate some blood and they'll tell you. What's that trap? You mean to tell me I have all this insurance and I've been in and out of your doctor's office and now you're telling me to go to the Red Cross and donate some blood in order for me to find out what my blood type is? How, Sway? How? Okay. So you can go over to Amazon and it's ELDON. Okay. Eldon blood typing test is $8. I suggest getting the $20 one because that's 3 tests just in case you want to confirm. Okay. Find out what your blood type is. Okay. It's instant. It's 5 minutes. Who was that that's going to come on here today and do their blood type on here? Where's she at? Let's see if she's on here with me. She's not on here. Can't send her a message right now. But someone was going to do their, is it Sharnika? I think so. Do her blood type on the live. Okay. It's 5 minutes. It's the best $10 you'll ever spend in your life because that's like having that's like having a car with no manual. You walking around as a grown-up, not knowing your blood type, is like owning something electronic and having no manual to it. Everything electronic in your house has a manual. Everything has an instruction booklet, right? Why don't you have an instruction booklet for your body? Sorry, I don't know you, so you can't come on my live. Why don't you have an instruction booklet for your body? Knowing your blood type is your instruction booklet for your body. There is nothing in your house that has more electricity in it than your body. The one thing that I'm early. I know, I'm early. So I'm going to see if coming on early versus going on later is better. I don't know. Okay. But I'm also on TikTok at the same time. So just trying to figure out how this whole thing works. But there's nothing that you own that has more electricity than your body. Okay. So why don't you have an instruction manual for your body? Why are we still figuring it out? I'm 53 and I'm still figuring it out. Imagine if I had known or my parents had known with me growing up what I was not supposed to eat. Because I grew up as a chubby kid. Do you understand how hard it is out here today for a chubby kid if you ain't funny or playing some kind of sport? Okay? This is how you break generational curses. It don't matter how much money you have. If your ass is sick, it don't matter. Yeah. Oh, we're going to break generational curses. The generational curse that black people are dealing with right now is these damn recipes. The generational curse that we're dealing with are these recipes. Oh, everybody in my family got diabetes. You want to know why? Because everybody in your family is eating the same shit. You eating grandma's greens. You eating this. You eating that. A+. You're supposed to be a vegetarian, sweetie. Vegetarian. You're not supposed to have no meat. No, there's no meat that's beneficial to you. None. Not none. If you stop eating meat today, by 7 days from now, you're going to have a markedly different. You're going to feel so different in 7 days. Okay? Trust and believe me. If you stop eating meat today. Now, let me say this. I I understand that we're being forced into this plant-based lifestyle. Okay? People are shaming you for eating meat and all these other, oh, I can't believe you still eat meat. That's just marketing. Don't fall for it. That's just marketing. Okay? It's marketing. Just like they're marketing drugs to you, they're marketing these plant-based foods to you. Plant-based foods ain't no healthier for you than whole foods. They're not. Okay? Don't eat no meats, Jamie. Okay? Just come back to me in 7 days and let me know. Go to my link tree and get the foods list. Okay? It's $5. I've started charging for it. I've been talking about it for a year. But now I got to charge for it because I'm doing the work for y'all. I'm compiling this information for y'all. It's $5. Okay? You pay more than that just giving people gifts on Instagram and on TikTok. Okay? So listen. Stop with the plant-based foods. It's better for you to just make vegetables. Y'all out here getting these. I can attest to this. I was doing it. I got 3 freezers in my house. And there's so much plant-based shit in here that I'm not going to eat. I wish I had somebody I could donate it to. I'm not going to eat it. Because when you sit back and you look at the ingredients on the plant-based stuff, there's so much oil in the plant-based stuff. Because if you're eating a plant-based burger, for example, okay, tomorrow I'm going to compare labels. We're going to get into the labels, okay? If you look at the back of a Beyond Burger, what's the other one? I don't even like Beyond. I like the other ones. But anyway, any plant-based burger that you get, okay? You rarely eat meat. Fantastic, Jamie. Stay away from the chicken. Just do fish. Just do fish and veggies. Just fish and veggies. Stay away from the chicken. You're allergic to chicken. Okay? If you look at the back of that box for a plant-based burger, it's oil. It's safflower oil. It's canola oil. It's sunflower oil. The oil is what makes it hold its shape. Okay? So you're literally eating a mouthful of congealed oils. Now, when you look at your foods list, you're not even supposed to have those oils. There's not one corn oil, okay? There's not one blood type out of the 4 blood types that we have that allows for safflower oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, or corn oil. Not none of them. So then you're wondering, why am I gaining weight and I'm eating healthy? Plant-based eating is not healthy. It's not. Plant-based eating is not healthy the way that they're marketing it to you. If you're going to eat real plants, that's healthy. Okay? But eating packaged foods, processed foods, period, is not healthy. There is nothing. You should never even be shopping on the insides of your grocery store. There's no packaged, hey Relentless, there's no packaged plant-based food that is healthy for you. Not none. Not none. Even with the cauliflower pizza crust I was getting. Just read the chemicals. All of those things are designed. It's all working together. Okay? It's all working together. You have a plant-based company that's getting you to eat the plant-based foods, making you believe that this is a healthier alternative for you versus meat, right? Oh, I don't eat meat. Oh, I stopped eating beef years ago. Da 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 da. But you can't understand why you 250, 300 pounds. You just can't understand it. I'm going to tell you why I'm getting there. I'm going to land this plane. Okay? So, you're eating plant-based. You've been told that eating plant-based is a healthier alternative for you. I do not take requests from strangers. So you think that this is a healthier alternative for you. and you're consuming these things. You're shopping in the frozen food aisle. You're getting all this frozen plant-based food. You're eating it for every meal and you're gaining weight. Even if you're not eating the prepackaged foods like I wasn't. When I went vegan, turn off invites. Okay, this is my first time being on TikTok, so I'm going to turn off these invites. How about that? I'm going to save you the trouble. Okay? So, you got a freezer full of these processed foods, right? So you're eating all this stuff and you're like, oh, when am I going to get healthy? When am I going to get healthy? When am I going to get healthy? You'll never get healthy eating processed plant-based food. Even when I was eating non-processed plant-based food and called myself going vegan, this was about 4 or 5 years ago, I gained 10 pounds. Nothing was processed. I was making all the stuff myself, right? I'm making bean burgers. I'm making hummus. I'm eating chickpeas. I'm doing all of this stuff, right? Couldn't understand why I gained 10 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm vegan. I'm supposed to be losing weight. I'm supposed to be getting healthy, this, that, and the other. Well, my blood type is allergic to those beans. Black beans, chickpeas, all of those things. So every meal that I was eating, which I was so proud of, and you know, thinking that I'm just eating healthy, I'm doing all this, that, and the other, because I'm not eating meat. Because meat has been vilified. Meat has been vilified. Why is that? Because we're running out of meat, right? So here I am eating all this stuff that, you know, supposedly is supposed to be so healthy for me. That stuff was killing me. I was going in the wrong direction. I'm supposed to be trying to go down. I'm going up. Why? Because I'm eating foods that I'm allergic to based on my blood type. Remember, allergies is not just you breaking out in a rash. It's you swelling. The body's first defense mechanism is to swell. So if you're putting something in your mouth that your body does not like, here are the check engine lights for you. Heartburn, nausea, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. So anything that you eat that makes you want to pop a Tums, you're not supposed to be eating that according to your blood type. Your body makes it so simple. We have overthought this entire thing. We have overthought it. We have been taught to overthink this shit. Either we overthink it or we turn to someone else to save us after we've done the damage. Meaning a doctor, right? We have overthought it. Your body tells you everything you need to know about it. It tells you everything. It tells you what it doesn't like and what it does like. It tells you that. But because we ignore it, we ignore the signals, because you want to be a bad bitch and have lobster every day, okay? Because you want to be a bad bitch and you want to eat seafood boils all day, every day. Do you understand that most of the stuff that y'all see in these seafood boils, y'all ain't even supposed to eat, according to your blood type? And you wonder, oh, I don't even eat that much food, but I'm getting bigger. Because you're just swollen, sweetie. Okay, so let me just give you guys some advice, some real quick advice. Go to my link tree and get the foods list for your blood type. Either you are going to be type O, type B, type A, or type AB. I am AB. Okay? For me, I am a combination of type A and type B. Type AB blood. So what are you supposed to eat? What's your blood type? Do you know your blood type? Type AB blood is a combination of A and B. Okay? There's a whole list that tells you what's beneficial for your blood type, what's neutral for your blood type, and what is harmful to your blood type. If you avoid everything on the harmful list, you will cut down on your inflammation, and then your body, your organs will start to shrink down to their normal size. Your body will process the food the way it's supposed to, because that's the food that is the fuel for your body. This is like putting the wrong gas in your car. What's going to happen to your car if you put the wrong gas in it? What's going to happen to your car? Yes, I have a foods list for all of them, sweetie. For the 4 types, they're on my link tree. Just go to my page, click the link in the bio. It's all there. And did you guys know that there are different exercises that you're supposed to be doing according to your blood type? Did y'all have any idea? Okay. I didn't. Till I had to deep dive into this information for years to figure all this shit out. And there are so many people now that are eating according to their blood type whose health is drastically changing just by eliminating the things that they're not supposed to be eating. Okay? Think about it. Everybody ain't supposed to be doing trap aerobics. I know it's fun, and I know it looks cute, okay? And I know, you want to be in the videos and all that. That's not for you, okay? That's not for your blood type. Type O's, your cousin is getting results. That makes me happy. Type O's are supposed to be doing aerobics and running and all of that, okay? You'll love to know the exercise. It's all in that list. The foods list and the exercises that you're supposed to be doing. It's all in one thing, all in one file. So you got to check your phone. Every time you go to eat something or go to make something, hey, Haitian, every time you go to make dinner, you need to pull your phone up and see what you're not supposed to have. That's what I do. And I go over to Pinterest and I'll type in, okay, I got some spinach, I got some mushrooms, I got some onions, okay? Great. I throw all that in a pot. I see, if you go over to Pinterest and type in anything, you're going to come up with a recipe. Okay? Follow the list. Like my blood type, I'm not supposed to be doing aerobics. I'm not supposed to be running. I'm not supposed to be doing none of that. I am supposed to be doing Pilates, walking, not even fast walking. Okay? Why is that? Because if I do certain exercises, it dumps more cortisol into my system. Cortisol is a stress hormone that bloats your stomach. So you're doing all these exercises and you're like, but I'm eating healthy, plant-based, and I'm exercising an hour a day. I don't understand why I'm getting bigger. This is why. Because you're not supposed to even be exercising like that. You're doing your body more harm. You're putting more stress on your body by doing the wrong exercises. So when I see these coaches, I'm telling you, it burns my soul. It burns my soul. When you see these coaches on Instagram and TikTok, and a lot of them shame people. They shame people for being overweight. And they tell them that they're lazy and they're fat and they're this and they're that. Without any science behind it, without any type of education, they're just telling you, go do, cut these calories, So starve yourself. Right? You eating a piece of rice, a piece of broccoli, and a fork full of something else, right? And that's what's going to help you to lose weight. It's not about losing weight. It's about getting healthy. Okay? We got to take the emphasis off of the weight loss. Because if you are eating healthy and eating according to your blood type, your body is going to shrink by itself. Stop stressing yourself about losing 5 pounds in 5 days. I'm speaking from a place of experience. I was a person that was stressing myself out to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. That's what all of these companies are telling you to do. Lose weight as fast as you can. They don't care whether or not you keep the weight off because they don't want you to keep the weight off. Remember, there's no money in the cure. There's no money in the cure. Nobody wants you to be cured. If you reach your goal weight, do you need the products anymore? Just like your doctor. Your doctor doesn't want you to get well. They're giving you just enough to keep you on a hamster wheel. So we got to get it out of our head. Listen, we can't keep becoming aware of this and being woke with that and not being woke about the one thing that keeps you on this earth, and that's your health. Okay? To me, weight is secondary to these lungs. Weight is secondary to these lungs. Weight is secondary to this heart. Weight is secondary to everything. Okay? Because I'm going to be cute whatever size I'm in. And so are you. Okay? People be like, oh, I liked you when you were 300 pounds. You were still good looking when you were 300 pounds. I know. I was never ugly. Okay? Y'all got to stop thinking that because you are bigger than what society says that you ugly. You are not ugly. I'm not saying that there aren't ugly people. Okay? I am saying y'all gonna have to stop thinking about your health like the only thing that matters is your weight, because it's not. Okay? There are thin diabetics. Okay? There are people right now that are dying that are very thin. My mom was thin. My mom was 118 pounds and died at 41. Okay? From high blood pressure. There are so many things that we get these connotations from. When somebody says high blood pressure, you automatically think that this person is big. When you hear diabetes, you automatically think this person is big. So there are so many connotations to diseases linked to obesity. Now, I'm not saying that there are not obesity-related diseases, but I am saying that the bottom line for all of this is lifestyle. And you do not have to be rich to be healthy. And you don't have to be rich to heal yourself. You just need to be educated. And if you want us to not know something, put it in a book. But there is no excuse with all these forums that we have and all these platforms that we have that we're not getting educated about how to take care of ourselves. I'll be damned if I ever give my body over to a doctor again. I will never be a lab rat again. I will never be someone's let's see if we can figure it out shit again. You're not going to be tinkering on my body to figure out what works and what doesn't work. I can do that with food. Let me ask y'all a question. What makes y'all think that the stuff you have in your house right now cannot heal you? Every single spice and every single herb that you have in your house does a particular thing for your body. It's not just about the taste of your food. It is about what are these spices and these herbs doing for my body. Let me give y'all something to think about. Why do you think? Okay? This may sound racial, but it's true. Why were there so many diseases in Europe? Why were there so many diseases, in those ages in Europe, but not so many in places like India and Africa? Okay? Because those places had spices. Everybody thinks that spices were so sought after because of food and how it makes food taste. Spices are medicine. It's medicine. Every single spice, every single vegetable, every single fruit, every single herb, every single tea leaf does something different for the body. Even on your foods list, it breaks down what spices you can and cannot have. I cannot eat black pepper. I cannot eat hot sauce. I can't eat none of that stuff. Why? Because it triggers my inflammation. What happens when you eat hot sauce? I immediately get heartburn. What happens when you eat ketchup? I immediately get heartburn. What happens when you eat black pepper? I immediately get heartburn. Okay? What happens when you eat, what am I not supposed to eat? Chicken. Swelling. Okay? What's beneficial for my blood type? Meat. Okay? The first thing that's beneficial for me with meat is lamb. The other thing that's beneficial for me with meat is turkey. Those are the only two beneficial meats I can have. That doesn't mean I'm going to go ham, meaning I'm not going to go crazy eating those things. I eat those things in moderation. Okay? I eat those things in moderation because while I'm eating healthy, I still don't want to take in an overload of calories. I still want to be at a calorie deficit. Okay? So I'm eating according to what my body can process properly. It can process lamb and turkey properly. If I eat chicken, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. It doesn't matter if I just eat a chicken breast and just some lettuce. I'm still going to gain weight, okay? Because weight is visual. My organs are going to swell, which is going to expand my body. When I get on the scale, it's going to be weight. Why did I gain weight from such a low calorie meal? Because it's just inflammation. So you can still be at a calorie deficit and be gaining weight. And then you're not going to understand why. And this is why. This is why. Because you have these coaches out here telling you that you should be eating a high protein, low carbohydrate diet. That diet is cookie cutter, and we're going to have to break away from the cookie cutter diets. Cookie cutter does not work for everyone. Why does an Atkins or paleo work for most people? Because the majority of people in America are type O blood types. You and your best friend can go on a diet challenge or challenge, like a lot of these companies have 15-day challenges and 20 and 30-day challenges for weight loss. Okay? And you and your best friend, you and your bestie, y'all going hard. Y'all exercising. Y'all taking the products. Y'all counting every calorie and this, that, and the other. Your friend has great results. You lose nothing. As a matter of fact, you gained. And you cannot understand why. And your friend is looking at you like, you must have been cheating. You must have been eating something that you ain't say. And da-da-da-da-da. And you are feeling like shit. And you like, these products don't work. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Because you know you did everything right. These products don't work. Da-da-da. No. You were eating chicken breasts. She's eating chicken breasts. You eating chicken breasts. Okay? She's eating lettuce. You're eating lettuce. She's eating this. You're eating that. Two totally different blood types. She's getting results. You're not. Because the way that you're eating is her way of eating, not yours. So you have to understand that your body is very unique. Your body is very unique. It's just you. Your body ain't like nobody else's body on earth. Why do we all have different fingerprints? Honey, I've been saying that you don't have to go and donate blood. You can just go get your blood type test from Amazon for $8. They want you to go give blood to find out your blood type. That's the trick. That's the trick. They want your blood. They need it. That's why they won't tell you at the doctor's office what your blood type is. Because they want you to go donate blood. You can just get the $8 Eldon blood type test on Amazon. $8. 5 minutes. It'll be at your house tomorrow if you order it today. That's the trickery. Okay, you didn't mind. I don't want nobody taking my blood. Ain't nobody getting my blood. It's mine. I want it. No, thank you. Nope. What'd your blood type end up being? What'd you find out what your blood type is? What'd you find out, ambitious one? Good morning. Hi. Good morning, Jordan. He's not talking. Three days? Girl, you know how much damage you can do in 3 days? So listen, go to the link tree, download the link tree is on TikTok. It's also on Instagram. And download it happened again. And download your foods list. Everybody says hello, Jordan. Hello. Jordan's not a morning person. So you can go get the foods list if you know your blood type. If you don't know your blood type, go to Amazon. Get the Eldon, E-L-D-O-N, blood typing test. Get it on Prime. It'll be at your house tomorrow. It takes 5 minutes to find out what your blood type is. And then just eliminate the harmful things from your diet. Don't eat any processed foods. Okay? So, like for you O types that say, oh, I gave up red meat a long time ago. And you're like, that's a flex. It's not. Because you're actually supposed to be eating red meat. So if you're out here being a vegan and you can't understand why it is that you're not losing any weight and you're type O blood type, it's because you're supposed to be eating meat. It's going to process correctly in your body. The nutrients and vitamins and things that's in red meat helps you. Why? Generally, a lot of O types that stop eating red meat end up being anemic because they're not getting enough iron in their body. Because your body is dependent on iron. You're not eating any foods that are high in iron. So now you got to go to the doctor and get some pills for your anemia. Everything can be, if your problem is food, your solution is food. Yeah, you cannot eat no potatoes as a type O. You cannot. High protein, mainly red meat, lamb, liver, all of that stuff, good for you. It's good. Okay? Chicken, good. But you can't have no cauliflower. You can't have no cabbage. You can't have none of that. Exactly, Ezekiel bread. If you have to eat bread at all, make it a whole grain. Okay? It's got to be low carbs, no rice, no potatoes, no. And let me tell y'all the worst thing you can ever do for your body. The absolute number one inflammation causing thing on the planet is eating fried food. Number one. You want to trigger your inflammation fast? You want to gain 5 pounds real quick? Eat some French fries. Oh, I just go to McDonald's once in a while and get some fries. You may as well just throw yourself down some steps. You want to hurt yourself? Just throw yourself down some steps. Go play in traffic. Okay? That fried food triggers your inflammation like you will not believe. I love fried chicken. I love French fries. I love fried everything. You got people out here frying crab legs. Y'all couldn't find no other way to destroy yourselves other than crab legs? Frying them? Let's add some extra cholesterol to my crabs, as if crabs weren't already high in cholesterol. You want some gout? Eat crab legs every day. You want some gout? Eat shrimp and crab legs and lobster every day. You want your big toes swollen to the point you can't walk? That's how. That's it. Only olive oil. That's it. That is it. And flaxseed oil for some blood types. Can have flaxseed oil. But that's it. Y'all ain't supposed to be eating no oil. None. Okay? Only olive oil, and in some blood types, flaxseed. Period. Get you an air fryer. Get you a halogen fryer. You just have to have a crunch on something. But I'm telling you, if food has created the body that you have now, whether that is health issues, whether that is weight issues, whatever it is, if food has caused you to be in this state, then it's only food that's going to be able to help you, not drugs. Not prescription drugs, because prescription drugs have chemicals in them that do nothing but trigger more inflammation. So it's just a big old circle. Okay? Just today I posted this guy who runs a cow farm, and he was talking about milk and dairy products. And milk is literally just for cows and calves, for that calf to get to 400 pounds as quickly as possible. And then he said something that pertains to a lot of black women, especially fibroids, endometriosis, uterine issues, cancer, having to have hysterectomies. A lot of that is linked back to dairy foods from milk. There are people still out here drinking milk. Milk is literally cow mucus. Okay? So you got people out here drinking milk. There were whole campaigns. Got milk. Got milk. People walk around with milk mustaches. I'm telling y'all, the marketing to sell these things, just like it is with the plant-based diet stuff right now. Everything is plant-based, and you hear plants, and they know that. You hear plant, and you automatically associate the word plant with health. Plant-based foods, plant-based processed foods are not good for you. Just eat the plant. Okay, what am I drinking right now? My blends. Okay, what is this? Watermelon, papaya, celery, cucumber, green apples, pineapple. This is breakfast. This is breakfast. Okay? I want to get all the vitamin A, the vitamin C, the vitamin E, the potassium, the bromelain. I want all of it. I want all of it. What does bromelain do? Breaks up mucus in the body, helps with digestion. That's what's in pineapple. Okay? If pineapple is beneficial for you, you should be eating pineapple every day. Okay? Eat a few chunks every day. Okay? Because that's going to break up any mucus that you have in your body. What does mucus do? Triggers inflammation. It's all linked together. Okay? So the advice that I will give you guys today, tomorrow we're going to check on some labels. We're going to look at some labels tomorrow. Okay? Because you thinking that processed plant-based foods, plant-based burgers, and all this, that, and the other are healthier for you than a regular hamburger. It's not. Okay? If you're a type O blood type, you should just be eating the regular burger. You should just be eating the regular ground beef. To make it even better, eat it without the bun. Just eat it protein. Just eat it with some lettuce, some pickles. You can have those things. Okay? That won't work for me. I can't have ground beef. So I can have ground turkey though. I can even have the bun. But I don't. Go get the foods list off my link tree. Go to Amazon if you don't know your blood type and get the Eldon blood typing kit test. It's $8. Yeah, I can't. Oh, you can't have pickles? I can't have pickles either. And I grew up eating pickles. I promise you I ate a pickle a day. I promise you. I ate a pickle every day. Imagine, here's what I want y'all to do. And I know growing up, we weren't rich. So we had to eat economically, right? But you can't understand why it is if you have 3 kids and you're feeding those 3 kids the same things. Why is one of them chubby? Hey, Cynthia. Why is one of them chubby? One's a normal size and one is underweight. You just can't understand that. Okay? Because they have 3 different blood types. So I grew up eating spaghetti. Okay? I grew up eating hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza. Y'all know. Yeah, it's the vinegar. You said you grow some? It's the vinegar for me I can't have. I can have cucumbers all day, but I can't have vinegar. So I grew up eating all of that stuff, and none of that stuff was for me. I'm not even supposed to have tomatoes. I'm not supposed to have tomatoes at all. And I was eating tomatoes every day up until like a year ago. It wasn't even a year. Y'all know. My Instagram people know. I'm just out here making these big salads and eating healthy. I'm just trying to trigger, because I'm going through menopause, I'm trying to figure out what's giving me all these issues. Tomatoes, number 1 culprit. Pickles. Okay. All this stuff that I'm eating is triggering hot flashes. It's triggering weight gain. It's triggering my period to come whenever it wants to. It's triggering all these things. All of it was food. So how do I solve the problem? Just cut the food out. But it's hard to stop eating chicken. Is it? Is it? It's hard. You literally saying something is hard. So you putting that out into the universe and it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to stop. Hey, girl. It's hard to stop eating chicken. Is a chicken coming to your house? Is it knocking on your door saying, eat me? Is it chasing you around? Please cut my head off. Fry me up. I mean, I don't get it. Let me tell you something. Maybe y'all haven't been on the birth, on the, maybe you haven't been threatened with being unalive. I have been on that doorstep more times than I'd like to grapple with. There's no food on this planet that's going to take me out. Food is not going to kill me. Exactly. Temporary food to sustain the world. Food is not going to be the death of me. Food. I'll be damned. It ain't going to be food. It'll be a multitude of other things, but it ain't going to be food. Okay? There's nothing on this planet I cannot stop eating. Nothing. If I stop smoking and I stop drinking and I stop having sex and I stop doing all these other things, you think that chicken is going to take me out? Damn, I ain't had sex in damn near more than 5 years. Do you honestly think that it's going to be chicken that's going to be a problem? Blech. See, that alone should make you stop eating chicken. A waterfowl mixed with a vulture. That's what a chicken is. That's crazy. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay? Go get your foods list. Do you want to have an immediate impact on your health and painful inflammation? Because listen, all of this for me is to just live a pain-free life. Living pain-free is my number one priority. That's it. My weight does not matter as much as me living pain-free. You only eat salmon. Are you supposed to eat salmon? According to your blood type? Because I can eat salmon too, but salmon also, too much salmon can cause inflammation. Too much of anything. Okay? But too much salmon can cause inflammation. Too much omega-3 in your system can cause inflammation. So you got to be balanced with it. Okay? I was eating salmon all last week. And this week I'm not eating any salmon. Okay? I had some lamb the day before yesterday, and I had some lamb yesterday, but I'm not eating lamb anymore this week. So I'm finding what works for this machine. But if you go do the research, too much omega-3 can throw your body in the other direction. I had my mom start eating with me 3 weeks ago. She loved. Fantastic. She's eating according to her blood type? Yes, veal. I can't have veal. It literally says I cannot have veal. Is it good for kids to eat like this? Ambitious one, where have you been? You've been following me for a year now. Where have you been? Why would it be bad for kids to eat according to their blood type? Why would it be bad? At what age do you think kids should start eating according to their blood type? At what age? At what age should they start? I'm gonna put the question back to you. If I had been eating the way my body was designed to process food as a child, I never would have had the health issues that I had. From birth, I should have been eating according to my blood type. From birth, kids barely want to eat the stuff you give them. You have to make it appealing. I don't like to eat the shit that I have to eat unless I make it appealing. You think I'm going to eat a bunch of ugly food? Nobody wants to eat ugly food. You got to make it appealing for them. You mean to tell me your kids wouldn't drink this if you made it into a popsicle? You mean to tell me your kids wouldn't eat this if you made it into ice cream? You froze this and made it a game? Your kids don't run nothing. They don't pay no bills. You're the parent. Jordy will tell you he ain't had no choices. The problem is we did not have the right information. This is the information we need to be spreading. Right, they're not used to real food. You know why your kids don't want to eat the stuff that you put in front of them? Because you started them at McDonald's at the age of 6 months. You created that problem. You start taking your kids to the Golden Arches at the age of 6 months, giving them French fries, making videos, talking about how cute it was that they ate all these French fries at 6 months and they ain't had no teeth. You've been giving your kid processed food. You know I never gave Jordan jarred baby food. Hey, Deidre. I never gave Jordan jarred baby food. Okay? The food that I cooked, I would put in a food processor with no salt, no nothing. The same food I was eating is the same food he was eating. I didn't buy no Gerber food, and I didn't buy no jarred food for Jordan. If I had greens, Jordy had greens. If I had green beans, Jordan had green beans. Okay? Our problem with Jordan, who is blood type B, because he grew up as a chubby kid too, we were eating chicken. Neither one of us was supposed to be eating chicken. So I struggled with my weight, he struggled with his weight. I don't know how to share pictures on TikTok. I'll get it down. I'll figure it out. This is my first time coming on TikTok. I know how to do all this stuff on Instagram. Listen, we weren't supposed to be eating chicken. Jordy blew up to 267 pounds. Green screen. Let me see. Hold on. Green screen. Interact. Let me click on this and see. Nope. Where do I click on green screen? Y'all got so much shit on the screen. Enhance. I don't need no filters. Interact. I don't know what that means. Host guests. Okay. I'll watch some tutorials and figure it out. I'm going to put y'all right back here because we're going to finish up. I'm going to figure it out. Don't you worry about it. So Jordan got up to 267 pounds. Okay, he's 6'3", but he got up to 267 pounds. I think the heaviest he was when he lived in Turkey, and I came over to visit him. We were both heavy. And so he was eating, you know, we love Turkish food. Turkish food is amazing. Okay, I've been to Turkey twice. I would live in Turkey if I could speak the language. I would live there like this in a heartbeat. Okay? Hey, Adi, you're over here. I'll figure it out. You know me. He was over there eating all these lentils, and I mean, Turkish food is amazing. Nigerian food is amazing, and Turkish food is amazing. And just tomatoes. I mean, tomatoes. In the Nigerian culture, tomato-based everything, right? Except for like bitter leaf soup, I guess. Everything is tomato-based. And here I am indulging. Okay? When I went to Nigeria, I lived in Nigeria for 2 years, and I'm there, and I'm eating all the food, and I'm thinking it's because of the meat and all of this that I've gained these 25 pounds in 2 months. Okay? I'm thinking it's the air that I'm breathing. There must be chemicals in the air. It's inflating. I mean, my boobs were this big. Like, I remember my friend saw me. You said you're everywhere. My friend saw me and was like, "Ooh, Tracy, you're getting fat." Now, you know, as an American, we don't call each other fat, right? But Nigerians will tell you the truth. Not just the negative truth. They'll tell you the positive truth, too. If you look good, they'll be like, "You look really good. What you been doing?" Okay? So he was like, "Oh, Tracy, you're getting fat." And I was like, "What?" Now, mind you, I'm wearing muumuus and flowy dresses and shit. So I wasn't really paying attention, but I was eating everything. Let me tell you who got the best French fries on earth: Nigeria. McDonald's ain't got shit on Nigeria. Okay? Nothing. Oh, the resolution is good? Unfortunately, with TikTok, you can't save the lives, so there's no rewatching. When they say live, they mean live. So that's why I'm on Instagram as well, so I can save it. But I'm eating French fries. I'm eating all of these inflammation triggering things, but I could not understand why it is that I've gained 25 pounds in 2 months. Okay? 2 months, 25 pounds. So all the stuff was tomato based. I'm not supposed to have tomato based anything. I did not figure out the tomato connection till like what, 9 months ago? About 9 months ago, I figured out the tomato connection. So I started eliminating tomato, and I just started eliminating a bunch of things. I mean, it got to the point that the inflammation was so painful. There were days I could not even walk, especially in my ankle. My ankle is still tender, but it's not any way, shape, or form as bad as it was. Okay? So I started eliminating all of the harmful things from my blood type from my diet, just eliminating them. Now, if you want a fast way to turn it around, okay, get the foods list, eliminate the things that are harmful, limit the things that are neutral, and go hard with the things that are beneficial. Excuse me. If you want to lose weight, make sure that you look at the calories. Like, one of the things that's beneficial for me is walnuts. Walnuts are very high in calories. So you can't just go ham on walnuts. I love walnuts. I could eat walnuts all day. Love them. Cranberries, another thing that's beneficial for me. Okay, so when I'm making my nut mix, because I customize my nuts according to my blood type, I have to measure that out to 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup of those two things is 350 calories. That's a big meal you could have. Okay? So for me, I eat once a day, one meal, and I have one snack, which could be those nuts. Okay? That's less than 1,000. I keep it less than 1,000 calories on that. Then I'm going to have my fruit blend before I go to bed. Okay? So the calories in this, about 100. I'm just being conservative. And then I may have a shake. That's 150 calories. If I add some fruit, let's just say it's 250. Okay? I try to keep my calories every day around 1,000 to 1,200. And I try to keep my foods as fresh as possible. Because I've noticed for my machine that it does very well when I eat fresh. If I'm going to eat cooked vegetables, I have to saute them with some olive oil because that is beneficial for me. Okay? And I like the taste of my vegetables if I've sauteed them. Okay? That spinach, mushroom, onion thing that I made the other day. Oh, also, that thing was good. Definitely try that. Spinach, mushrooms, olive oil, onions. Also, what I have been paying attention to over the past couple of weeks is how is ginger and turmeric helping me with my pain management. Okay? So last week I was putting turmeric and ginger into my blends to see if that was going to help with pain management, because those two things are being touted as, you know, pain relief and that kind of thing. This week I'm doing my blends without the turmeric and ginger. I've noticed that since I've cut back and not used any turmeric and ginger, I have less pain. Okay? You have to do what works for your body. No two bodies are the same. So when you're out here getting, for example, my company is CE Organics. Okay? CE Organics it stands for cost effective self-care. Okay? Full line of supplements. I can't have clove. I can't have clove. Again, you have to go according to your blood type. People will just throw this shit out and be like, oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Y'all have to get it in your head that everything ain't for you. Everything is not for you. Okay? It sounds like a great herbal remedy. Okay? And I have some red clove tea in my tea drawer. I have a whole drawer just for tea. Okay? I have some in my drawer. Bought it before I realized I can't even have red clove. I can't have clove. I can't have red clover tea. I can't have none of that. because I would be doing it would be adverse. Okay? And I know what we listen. Everything that we do in our lives is just habit. Okay? You eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner because it's a habit. Oh, I have to eat 3 meals a day. Why? Because it's been drilled into you. It's a habit. Okay? Everything that you're experiencing right now is because you formed a habit. There's nothing that says you have to eat 3 meals a day. You don't have to eat 3 meals a day. That's a lot of food. That's a lot. Okay? But I'm hungry. No, you're thirsty. Whenever you have hunger pains, drink a glass of water. Hunger pains is just a signal that you're getting dehydrated. Somebody called them hunger pains and everybody else just ran with it. They're not hunger pains. They're thirst pains. You're thirsty. Oh, I'm only thirsty when I have a dry mouth. That's not true. You're dehydrated when you have a dry mouth. You're now dehydrated. You're thirsty when you have a hunger pain. Your body signals to you all day, every day. They send you signals. Pain, 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 pain. How do you know something's wrong with your body? Pain. Heartburn, nausea, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Okay? All that stuff is food related. Okay? It's therapeutic versus inflammation, just facts. Okay? Listen. Everything going wrong with your body can be righted with food. Food, spices, herbs. Okay? Just do your research. Don't just take my word for it. Y'all can go out there and do the research just like I did. Okay? You can go and find out every ingredient is listed on every label. You can Google every ingredient and see what it does for the body. You can see how it benefits the body. You can see what side effects you'll get from it. You have to take control of your machine. It's your responsibility. Hey, Glenda. It's your responsibility. Nobody else is responsible for your body. If you eat and get sleepy, you ate the wrong thing. Exactly. Side effect of it. Period. You know what? Oh, when I eat turkey, I go sleep because it has tryptophan in it. That's a relaxation effect. Tryptophan is in our doughs. Okay? So we have a full line of products. Okay? And I'm unapologetic about this. I formulated these products for the Black community's health issues. I don't know the white community's health issues. I know the Black community's health issues. Okay? People say, oh, you didn't make them for everybody. I don't know everybody. I know us. So I'm unapologetic about that. Oh, you're a racist. Am I? No, I'm just focused on me and us. I'm unapologetic about that. Okay? There's many places that white folks can go and get products. They can go all over the place. Okay? But when we formulated this company, when we formed this company and created these supplements, it was to address the issues that are prevalent in the Black community. Do white people have diabetes? Sure. Not to the level that black people do. Not to that level. Okay? Do white people have stress and trauma and depression? Yes. Not to the level black people do. Okay? So, what's the number one thing that can keep you from getting healthy? Your mental state. So, what is our number one selling product? The chill pill. I take chill every day. Getting my mental health under my control was my number one priority, because nothing else in my body works if my mind is not right. I'm going through menopause. My moods are swinging all over the place. I'm black in America and I'm a female, so I deal with trauma all day, every day. Just generational DNA trauma. Leaving the house is trauma. Seeing police behind me is trauma. Okay? I'm dealing with that shit all day. Then I have to deal with hormones. Okay? Hot flashes and all other shit. Being a mom. I mean, we have stresses. And these stresses pour more and more stress hormones into our systems. So the number one thing that you have to do is get your mind in check. What does the chill pill do? All of that. If you have anxiety, if you have depression, if you have trauma, and you just have mood swings and all that stuff, you're getting St. John's wort, you're getting valerian root, you're getting lemon balm, you're getting skull cap, you're getting rhodiola, you're getting 5-HTP all in one capsule. It is a game changer. There is never going to be a day that I'm without that chill pill. Okay? I completely stopped drinking because of the chill pill. Jordan doesn't even drink anymore. We used to be at each other's throats every day. Knock down, drag out arguments every day until chill pill. Okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, that saved my relationship with my son. Big time. Because I wanted to kill him, he wanted to kill me. Okay? So all I'm saying is get your mind right first. Because if you get your mind right, you can focus on the rest of the shit you need to take care of. Okay? So that's our number one seller. Number two seller, number 2 and 3, is drop it and shed it. Okay? Those drops is a liquid burn. If you have taken resolution drops from another company or any type of, what was the other one? HCG. If you've taken any of those drops, drop it. Okay? Liposuction in a bottle. And then shed it. All day energy. 60-day supply for me, because I only take one a day. So from the time I get up in the morning, the first 2 things that I take is drop it and shed it. First 2 things. I lay there, both of those things kick in 10 minutes. If you are in the middle of an anxiety attack and take chill, trust me, in 10 minutes, you're going to feel a lot better. I don't drink nothing. I don't drink nothing anymore. I was drinking wine every day. We were drinking hard liquor every day. Y'all know me. I love some Maker's Mark. That stuff is still on the shelf over there. I don't drink none of that stuff anymore. Okay? I don't need to. And alcohol just is sugar. So and for me, according to my blood type, ain't no alcohol beneficial for me. Okay? So drop it and shed it. Shed it is all day energy, fat burner, amazing. Those 2 things together. But our newest product, which it's on its way here. I can't wait to take it. Is quercetin. A lot of people don't even know what quercetin is, right? I didn't even know what quercetin was till I did the research. Do y'all know this is what doctors are out here telling these anti-vaxxers to use for COVID? This is what doctors are out here telling people to use for COVID. Quercetin. Quercetin. Go look it up. Okay? Quercetin with bromelain. I'd say bromelain all the time. It derives from pineapples. Breaks up mucus. Okay? Digestion. On point. If you want to tenderize your meat, okay, because bromelain breaks down proteins marinated with pineapple juice, pineapple pulp. Bromelain breaks down proteins and mucus in the body, okay? Then you have zinc. So those three things are in the quercetin plus. That's our newest product. People that have the common cold, they can feel a cold coming on and take the quercetin, gone, 24, 48 hours. People that are dealing with COVID, take the quercetin, gone. Okay? So all of these things that black people majority are dealing with, we got a remedy for that. Okay? The link to the site is on my link tree in my profile. Go check out the products. There's not one person walking this earth that should not be on a supplement. Even if you're just taking one supplement a day. Oh, I take NutriBurst. Listen, every product that we have here does 2 to 3 to 4 things at the same time. Our Ultra Woman, which is the Ultra Woman multivitamin, it's like 5 products in one. It's for hair growth. It's for female issues. It's for skin, hair, and nails. Okay? It's for energy. It's got all the B vitamins. You got all day energy. Everything in one capsule. Okay? So all of the products that we have over here do two or three different things in one capsule. Everything is a full 30 to 60 day supply. The majority of our products are $39.99. Cost effective. Cost effective. Cost effective organics. Okay? If I'm going to create something, trust and believe it's going to be superior to anything on the market. And it's going to be cost effective. Because it doesn't matter if you can use a product 2 or 3 times. It matters that you can use a product every day. Okay? You using a product 2 or 3 times is not helping you. But you being consistent in using a product is going to make a big difference in your life. I'm 53 years old. This is not my 40-year-old face. If you're watching me on TikTok and you've never seen me before, trust and believe this is not my 40-year-old face. This is not my 40-year-old face. My 40-year-old face looked 20 years older than this. My 40-year-old face, my 45-year-old face is not this face. I wish I knew how to share stuff. I'll figure it out though. Okay? So, you want to make a difference in the next 7 days. I'm going to tell you this and we're going to go. The next 7 days. First of all, know your blood type. Go get the list. Okay? Eliminate the harmful things just for 7 days, just so you can prove to yourself. Just so you can prove to yourself. 7 days. Eliminate all the harmful things. Okay? But I love chicken. Chicken don't love you. Wake up. Why are you having a relationship with something that don't love you back? Everything in this cup loves me back. I love everything in this cup. Everything in this cup loves me back. You're going to have to stop having unrequited relationships with food. If it's not reciprocal, you're not getting something out of it for putting it in your mouth and putting it in your body, kick it to the curb. Treat it the same way you would a regular relationship. You got to let that shit go. A lot of y'all out here drinking coffee. You don't even realize the harm that coffee's doing to you. It's aging your face. It's aging your body. It's causing you to have all types of inflammation. But I love coffee. Coffee don't love you. So you need to be convinced the next 7 days. Get the list. Eliminate all the harmful things from your body. Cut down, way down on the things that are neutral. Okay? Those are the things you can have sometimes. Not every day. And then go hard with the things that benefit you, but watch your calories in the beneficial thing, right? Then start eating anti-inflammatory foods according to your list. Anti-inflammatory foods according to your list for me would be cherries are anti-inflammatory for me. Pineapple, spinach. Okay, let's bring up the anti-inflammatory list on Instagram. Here we go. Here's one. Okay. So fresh fruits. Some of y'all can't have bananas, so don't go hard on bananas. Okay. I cannot have bananas. Leafy greens, salmon, olive oil, garlic, turmeric. Those are just some of the things that are anti-inflammatory. Okay. You can add them to your foods. Let's say you want to have an anti-inflammatory meal. What I just named was the spinach, the onions, the olive oil, and the mushrooms, right? That was in the ginger. That was an anti-inflammatory meal. Okay? And I had garlic in it. So that was an anti-inflammatory meal. If you stop eating packaged foods, packaged snacks, processed meats, sweets, processed cheeses, anything processed, don't eat it. Don't eat it. Breads. A lot of y'all don't even understand what gluten-free means. Somebody says, oh, I'm gluten-free. Breads, pastries, all that stuff has gluten. Okay? A lot of y'all's problems could be solved by eating gluten-free. Black people don't eat gluten-free. That's why we have the issues we have. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But you know what? I detox every day. You're never going to be able to be toxin free, GMO free. You're never going to be able to do any of that. Okay? Not all the way, but there are things that you can do to be better. None of us are going to be, okay? You can't live your life to where you're so rigid, okay? But just get better at this, guys. No one's expecting you to be an expert overnight and to cut out things that you've been eating for 35, 40 years. That's a difficult thing to do. But just know that progress is all that's required from you. Get better every day. I'm not even an expert at this shit yet, but I'm getting better every day. Okay, I don't miss the alcohol. I don't miss the sugar. Jordan's got, look at this shit. Within arm's length. It was in arm's length. Big ass blueberry muffin just sitting within arm's length. This shit don't mean nothing to me. Old Tracy 6 months ago, I would have eaten this. Once you break your relationship with sugar, you will not miss it. You do have to balance it out. You got to. Because if you go too hard from one side to the other side, you're not going to stick with it. Okay? So just make small changes and just get better every day. The problem is you got too many people around you shaming you, telling you what you should be doing about this and cutting these calories and eating just a forkful of this and starving yourself the rest of the day and all this fad shit. Stop it. Just stop it. Give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself. Okay, that's the number one thing. Be kind to yourself. Number two, get your mind right. Take you some chill. Get chill in your system every day. So you can get your mood swings under. Get that shit under control. Too many people out here stress eating. Oh, I'm stressed, so I'm eating this. No. Because you could be eating an apple. You could be eating an apple. Don't blame it on the stress. Okay? Get your emotions under control. That's the number one thing. Number two, you gotta drink water, yo. Some of y'all just don't have a good relationship with water, and I don't understand it. You'll drink juice all day. You'll drink coffee all day. If you eating soda, stop. Drinking soda, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. You know damn well you too grown to be drinking a damn soda. A grown up with a soda? A grown-up with a soda. You know what a grown-up soda is? Sparkling water or seltzer. That's what a grown. If you want some sweetness and some flavor to it, just blend you up some fruit. Put you some fruit in the bottom of the cup and pour your seltzer water, and you got your grown-up soda. You can't be drinking Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. You can't do it. You want to have an all-natural soda? Blend you up some fruit. Pour your seltzer water in here. I got seltzers because seltzers is neutral for me. So between seltzers and sparkling water, I drink about 3 of these a day. That's a gallon of water. And then I'll have my blended fruits, and then I'll have 2 or 3 seltzers or sparkling water throughout the day. Okay? Healthy skin starts from the inside. So slathering a bunch of shit on your face is not, it's not going to get you this. Collagen, the more collagen you can put in your body as you age, the better. Because as you age, collagen production gets cut. Coffee also inhibits collagen production. So you must cut down on coffee or eliminate it altogether. Okay? If you want to age gracefully, you're going to have to get collagen in your life, either through eliminating things that inhibit collagen production or adding. Okay? We have collagen in powder and we have collagen in capsules. I take both. I take my collagen capsules at night. I take my collagen during the day when I drink my teas. Okay? I make tea. I sold tea, detox tea, for 7 years and was very successful at it. Okay? Very. I lost 80 pounds in 5 months with detox tea and drops. Okay? What were the things that helped my blood type? Those things were beneficial. The herbs that were in that tea were beneficial for my blood type. So I was one of those people that the tea worked for. There are people that can drink that tea that it doesn't work for. There are people walking this earth to be like, that tea didn't work. They'll just say that the tea didn't work. They didn't know that it didn't work because those herbs were not for them. Papaya, blessed thistle, milk thistle, ginger, persimmon. All those things are beneficial to my blood type. That's why it worked for me. Okay? But now I make my own custom blends of tea. I have a drawer of just tea bags. Okay? What's good for me? Green tea is good for me. Echinacea tea, ginger tea. What else? Dandelion. Like last night with my greens, I made dandelion greens, kale, mustard, collard, and some cabbage. All those things are good for me. So the tea that I have today is dandelion, milk thistle, and nettle. Those things are good for me. Okay? So everything in your life can be customized based on your blood type. Oh, but I have other people in my house and they have to eat and we all eat the same. Then you're all going to have the same health issues. If you want to know why there are families filled with diabetics, is because everyone's eating the same foods. And generally, the same foods are all bad for all blood types. Like pork, for example. There is no blood type that pork is beneficial for. Not one. Not one. Okay? Not one blood type. Not one blood type is supposed to be eating bacon, sausage, pepperoni, ham hocks, pork chops, pork roast. You're not supposed to be eating pork nothing. Not one. Pork is in the Bible. You're not one blood type walking the earth can process properly pork. It's the other white meat. Remember when they were marketing pork to us? Telling you there was a healthier version of pork? It's all marketing. Exactly. But they tell you that you gotta have breakfast ain't breakfast if you ain't got bacon or sausage. It's all marketing. There's no blood type that can process pork properly. And it doesn't matter how hard you cook pork, it always has parasites. All pork has parasites. So when you eat it, okay, I don't eat beef. I don't eat none of that stuff. I can't have beef. So I don't eat beef bacon. I can have turkey bacon. But when I have turkey bacon, I have to have turkey bacon with no nitrates. I have to have uncured turkey bacon with no nitrates. Because if I have cured bacon, which most people that are eating turkey bacon, they're eating cured turkey bacon. So you're getting all of the sodium, you're getting all of the chemicals, you're getting all of that shit, and that's going to cause inflammation. So if you're going to eat turkey bacon, it has to be with no nitrates. Okay? Exactly. Nitrates give me headaches. Nitrates are in... Listen, y'all going to have to read some labels. I cannot have MSG. Anything that has MSG in it, my blood pressure goes up through the roof quickly. Just like that. That's what I'm telling y'all. That's a side effect. That is a signal that your body doesn't like nitrates. Your body literally tells you what it doesn't like. And rather than eliminating it from your diet, you keep eating it, but I'm going to take some Tylenol. How crazy does that sound? How crazy does that sound? How crazy? My sister used to say, oh, I'm about to go get some crabs. I'm like, aren't you allergic to crabs? And she's like, yeah, but I'm going to take some Benadryl. Okay. So let me get this straight. You know that your body does not like crabs. But because your tongue likes crabs, you're going to eat them. And just take a drug. Just take a drug to quell the allergic reaction. What do you think that Pepto-Bismol is? Rolaids, Tums, Pepcid, Prevacid. Notice Pepcid, Prevacid. It's acid reflux. Why are you having acid reflux? Because your body doesn't want it in there. It's literally trying to come back up. So you're damaging your esophagus because it's trying to get the food out. It doesn't even want to process it. But you're going to take something so the pain goes away. I was that person when I was eating tomatoes. But because it's been drilled into me that tomatoes are so healthy, all this stuff is being told to us that it's healthy, and we're out here eating it, and we're getting the opposite effect of it. And then our brain is trying to reconcile with our bodies, because in our heads we keep saying, but it's so healthy, it's so healthy, it's so healthy. I was told it was healthy. Somebody said it was healthy. Being a vegan is so healthy, it's so healthy, it's so healthy. Why am I gaining weight? I gained 10 pounds trying to be vegan. Didn't even know that I'm not supposed to have chickpeas and hummus and black bean burgers and all this other shit. So I was doing the opposite. Happened again. Yep. Okay. So, listen. If you want to get your inflammation in check in the next 7 days and notice a big difference in how you feel, a big difference in how you sleep, a big difference in your mood, trust me, just Link is having some issues with his belly. So I think he pooped on Jordan's rug. It happened yesterday, so it happened again today. So if you want to make a big difference and just prove to yourself that what I'm saying is not crazy, eat according to your blood type for 7 days. It's 7 days. It's not going to kill you. It's actually going to give you life. Okay? For 7 days, eat according to your blood type. Go to my link tree, download your foods list according to your blood type. Exercise according to your blood type, because every blood type isn't even supposed to exercise the same way. Okay? Exercise according to your blood type. Eat according to your blood type. And eat anti-inflammatory according to your blood type. You want to lose 5 pounds real quick just to see? Just to see? Okay? Do what I'm telling you to do. Eat anti-inflammatory foods for the next 7 days according to your foods list. So that means going to Google, getting the anti-inflammatory foods list, cross-checking it. I know, oh, that's just too much. I'm just going to be in pain. Fuck it. I'm going to go see my doctor. My doctor's going to help me. It's not a flex to have a doctor in 2022. It's not. It's not a flex. Because your doctor's lying to you. Okay? Yeah, you can do HIIT workouts. I can't do HIIT workouts. There was a reason I was never coordinated enough to do aerobics classes. I'm so hard on myself. Like, why? I don't understand why I can't keep the beat. I don't understand why I can't keep the pace. Do I not have rhythm, but I can dance? I don't understand it. My body was not made to do that. Because if I go and I successfully accomplish the HIIT workouts, right? I'm putting more of the stress hormone into my belly. Cortisol is being released. Cortisol is being released into my bloodstream. No civilization has survived without meat. Exactly. Meat though, fish is a meat. Fish is a meat, okay? Because the blood type in the Mediterranean area that is more prevalent than any other blood type is type A. Type A blood types can eat vegetables and fish. So if you want a diet that correlates with that, the Mediterranean diet is for you. Okay? The majority of the blood type in America is type O. So what works over here? Atkins, paleo. Okay? So different regions will have prevalent blood types because it's all based on evolution and, you know, the environment and all that shit. Type blood, AB, has only been around for 200 years. That comes from migration and evolution. So you have these majority people in this region and majority people in this region start to mix, and then the blood type evolved into ABs. I'm an AB. It's only been around for 200 years. It comes from migration. Okay? So that's my challenge, since y'all love challenges. The challenge for you for the next 7 days, go download the foods list, eat according to the foods list, eat only anti-inflammatory foods. Salmon is on the list. If your blood type loves salmon, most of y'all can have salmon. Most of us can have salmon, okay? Salmon's on the list. All leafy greens are on the list, okay? If you're type O, just make sure whatever greens you can have. I know y'all can have like collard greens and mustard greens. I think you can have kale. You can't have mustard greens, I don't think. You can't have cabbage. You can't have cauliflower. Okay? But that's stuff that my blood type craves. Okay? So for the next 7 days, here's your challenge. Eat according to your blood type. Okay? Be positive, no chicken. No chicken. Eat according to your blood type. Get the I'm going to make this a challenge. I'm going to make it a challenge today. I'm going to put it up today. I'm going to make it a challenge today. Okay? Y'all love some challenges. I'm going to give y'all a challenge. I'm going to put it up today. No catfish. Nope. I love catfish. I could eat catfish every day. But that's something that I can only have occasionally. Okay? I give me some catfish pepper soup. Ooh. Ooh. Okay? No fried foods. No fried foods. Just eliminate fried foods from your life altogether. You want to save your life? You want to save your life right now? Stop eating. Just stop. By the time you get your results, you could have gone to Amazon. Go to Amazon today. You can get your shit tomorrow and find out. Okay? But we're going to do a 7-day challenge. It don't have to be no date. It can just be 7 days from now. Or 7 days from when you... most blood types can't even have shrimp. What's your blood type, Haitian Bless? You're not supposed to have shrimp, sweetheart. You can have steak. Okay? But I'm going to put a challenge up. I'm going to put it up on TikTok and on Instagram. You're going to get that started. Eat according. You're B positive. No chicken. You want to see a drastic change in your body and just inflammation, just eliminate chicken. Chicken has a chemical in it, lectin in it, that your blood type is allergic to. Okay? So when I see people that are bloated, because that's what I call overweight, because you're just bloated from swelling, and I ask them what their blood type is, and I ask them what do they eat most often, and they say chicken, I say that's the problem. Yeah, that's the problem. If you're struggling with your weight, it's literally you're struggling with inflammation. That's it. Your body is rebelling. If you're in Atlanta, holla at the juice lady on Auburn Avenue. She'll get you on track. Yeah, if you're in Atlanta, go do that. I'm in California. I make my own juices. I make my own. I like the fiber, though, so I don't just juice. I have a juicer, but it's cumbersome, and I don't feel like doing all that. But this is watermelon, pineapple, cucumber, green apples. What am I missing? Papaya. Let me tell y'all something about some papaya. You were raised on chicken? I was raised on chicken too. Why do you think I struggled with my weight my whole life? I managed health clubs for 3 years and was eating a chicken. I was probably eating 4 or 5 chicken breasts a day. Can you imagine how much? Listen, and I was cut up back then, like cut up. Like I had a 4-pack going on a 6. I was cut up. Doing all the wrong exercises. Just doing all the wrong exercises. Okay? If I had known then what I know now, I would not have had to struggle. You don't want your kids to struggle. So the information that y'all are getting right now, you should definitely apply this to your kids immediately. If you can get your kids on the right track now, get your kids to eating properly now, your kids will not have the weight or the health issues that we struggle with. Period. You're supposed to want better for your kids. That's it. You're supposed to want better for your children. Okay? Go see the juice lady or go to Google. Better yet, go to my link tree and get the foods list and see what fruits benefit you. Everything ain't for you. Everything is not for you. And if the juice lady is not going according to that person's blood type, she fucking them up. If you go see somebody and they don't ask you what your blood type is, walk out. Period. If you go in someplace and somebody is going to try to prescribe something for you or something that's going to make you feel okay, if they're not asking you what your blood type is, you should leave. Yes, the juice tastes good. And yes, you have some energy and you feel great and you feel like you've done something good for your body. Perfect. Okay. But let's say you're my blood type and you go in there and you get like some banana in it. And you just point out all the fruit you want in it. That stuff is harmful to you. Now you've turned your juice deadly. Your juice is deadly. Something that's for your good is now deadly to you. Okay. Because if you're not eating according to your blood type, you're putting the wrong shit. That's like putting the wrong oil and gas and all this other stuff in your car. You care more about your car than you care about your damn body. Okay? Food is the problem. Food is the solution. Food is the problem. Food is the solution. Period. Food is the problem. And food is also the solution. The reason that you're having issues with your body, diseases, overweight, bad skin, whatever it is because you're eating the wrong foods for your blood type. It's not as simple to say to somebody, you eating too much. Yes, you can eat too much of the right foods for your blood type. Okay? But guess what? You'll be healthy. You'll be healthier. So my number one priority is just making sure I'm healthy. Healthy for me means being pain-free. I don't want to live with pain. What was causing me pain? Inflammation. Chronic inflammation leads to painful diseases such as arthritis. In my case, it was sarcoidosis. I healed myself. I was on drugs from the doctor for 6.5 years. They had their chance. And when the doctor flat out told me there is no cure for what you got, I said, fine. If you can't cure it, just because you can't cure it don't mean I can't cure it. Okay? Go get the blood type test from Amazon. It's called Eldon Blood Typing Test. It's $8. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, inflammation is the silent killer. It's the silent killer because it masks itself as all of these diseases. All of these, there are 21 inflammatory diseases. The number one that you hear about is rheumatoid arthritis. My grandpa had it. My grandma had it. I probably would have it if I don't stave it off through diet. Cancer will go away. Where do you think they killed Dr. Sebi? Where my Sebi Bible at? It's on my bookshelf. Why do you think they killed Dr. Sebi? Everything can be cured through food. If you start adding some elderberry to your body, if you're dealing with mucus, because inflammation comes from mucus, too much mucus in your body. From eating dairy, you're not supposed to eat. Type O's, you're not supposed to eat dairy at all. Oh, thank you, sir. There it is. Here it is. You ain't supposed to be eating no dairy at all if you type O. Okay? So you walking around with a bunch of mucus in your lungs that's just going to be festering. Get you some elderberry. Get that shit out. Okay? This thing right here got everything in it. 10 books in one. Go get it from Amazon. Cost me, I don't know, $30. I think like $32. But all kinds of recipes and all that kind of stuff. But read it according to your blood type. Okay? Soursop. That's another one. I love soursop. Okay? But a lot of these ingredients and things we have in CE Organics products. Sarsaparilla, cascara, sagrada, all of that stuff. We got that. We got it in our products. Everything is all natural, vegan, halal, certified, all of it. Made here in the USA. Just click the link in my bio. You'll see. I have several people on here right now that are using our product. Do y'all know, I need to post this. CE Organics is one of the top stores on Shopify in its category. We just got notification yesterday, and I screenshot it. So thank you. Thank you all for your support. We're getting the products out there. People are getting results from the products. I'm so excited. I just want y'all to get the right shit. I want y'all to get shit that's going to work. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. I want y'all to get y'all's money's worth. I don't want y'all walking around here wondering why shit ain't working and isn't. Y'all, we got enough stress. We got enough stress. We got enough stress to deal with. Okay? This whole company was created so we have products that work for us. Okay? And we just started in May, y'all. We just started in May. So what's going to happen in a year? We just started in May. It ain't even been a year. What's that? June, July, August, September. We started May 9th. And we're already on Shopify. One of the top stores in health and wellness. Everything big was once small. And I'm a very patient woman. So, thank you, TikTok, for being so gracious with me today. This is my first TikTok. Okay, so my next ambition, my next goal is to get to 10,000 followers. Because if we get to 10,000 followers, we can spread the gospel of eating according to your blood type to make your body run the way it's designed to run. We will be able to heal thyself. So we got to get the numbers up so we can get more people educated. You're not fat. You're not ugly. Okay? You got bad skin, but all of this stuff is because you're putting the wrong foods in your body. Okay? This is what happens when you create your own table built on this. Thank you, Sonia. Don't make me cry. Don't do it. Don't make me cry. I'm just excited that you guys are getting results. That's it. Y'all know me. When y'all send me a testimony, and thank you guys for giving your reviews on the site. If you've gotten our products and you're using our products and you're enjoying our products, go to the site and write a review. So thank you so much for those of you that have written reviews, because they mean the world to me. And thank you for DMing me and telling me that you're getting results and things are changing and you're feeling better. And whatever, that's payment for me. Okay? I have been serving y'all for a long time. But people thank me all the time, and I tell them it's my pleasure, because it is. This is not hard work for me. This does not bother me. This does not bother my soul. It doesn't irritate my soul. It does not. Giving y'all the right information, the information that I had to find out the hard way, from either traveling the world or being on my deathbed and paying for surgeries and all this kind of shit. Giving y'all this information and keeping you guys from going through what I've had to go through is my purpose, apparently. You don't go through shit by yourself. You don't go through shit just for you. You go through shit to be a contribution to the world. You're being tested by the universe and being taken through these lessons in order for you to contribute to the world. You can't just keep the information to yourself. And y'all know how I feel about people that hoard information. Y'all know that is a big pet peeve for me. There are people out here that just dole out information just so you have to be dependent on them for every little thing. I don't like that. Freely give people the information. Just freely give it. Okay? Now, listen. I've been giving y'all that foods list for a year. Now I'm charging $5 for it on my thing. You had an opportunity to get it for the last damn year, and you done been procrastinating. Now it's $5. Why is it $5? Because I've compiled all this shit for y'all. I've done the hard work for you. $5 is nothing. Okay? I be seeing people give people $100 just to get on lives and cuss them out. Okay? I'm giving you information that can not only change your life but save your life. Okay? Go and get it for $5. Okay? And you really want to thank me? Go get some products from the store and start using them. The biggest thank you can give to me is getting those products into your body. That's a thank you. Because seeing you healthy and seeing you alive and seeing your skin and seeing your body and seeing your self-esteem and seeing your mood be great and you feeling great all day, every day is all the thanks I need. Okay? I'm going. Thank you, TikTok, for allowing me to do my very first TikTok. So excited. Yee. So I'm going to put that challenge up today. So we're going to do a 7-day blood type eating challenge. A blood type eating and anti-inflammation challenge. I'm going to put it up today. I'm going to go make some visuals for it. I'm going to put it up on TikTok and I'm going to put it up on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. And you're not winning no money, so don't look for no money from me. But the reward that you're going to get is feeling significantly better than you feel today. Okay? I don't need to dangle no shiny shit in front of y'all to do what y'all need to do. I'm not giving you no Birkin for getting your shit together. I'm not giving y'all no Birkin to get your shit together. All I'm going to give y'all is some encouragement and some inspiration. I'm not giving y'all no damn purse. Why somebody got to give y'all money for y'all to do what y'all know y'all need to do for yourself? So I love y'all and I will see y'all again tomorrow. Do y'all like this time or do y'all like my other time better? Because y'all know I'm in California. Is this time good for y'all or should we go back to the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or even later? What time is good for y'all? Because tomorrow we're going to look at some of these labels and things. What time is good for the collective? Y'all like to see me while y'all at work or after y'all get off work? Let me know something. This time is good? This your lunch break? Okay. Lunch break time? So you said later is better. Before work. What? I don't know what time your work is, Malika. So East Coast time, yes. 3 or 4 Central time. What's that mean for East Coast? Oh, y'all know me and the time. Y'all know I don't subscribe to time. The only time that has to be implemented is when I come on live. I don't subscribe to time. Time is just a stressor. Anytime is fine for you? Okay. After 4? I can do after 4 because that's 1 o'clock over here. So that's fine for me. Okay. I'm going to do it at my normal time then. So it's either going to be 3 or 4 o'clock. 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern time. Okay. That works. We can do 4. I'll come on here at 1 o'clock California time. And it'll be 4 o'clock East Coast time. We can do that. That works for me. Okay. So for me to be on here in the morning, that's a bit much. That means I'm getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And half the time I don't go to bed till 2. And Jordy don't go to bed till 4. Because he be working at night. Doing his own thing. Okay. So I'll see y'all tomorrow around 4 o'clock East Coast time. 1 o'clock Pacific, which is my time. Okay. But I'm going to go and work on the challenge right now. And I'm going to have that sucker up in the next couple of hours. And we're going to go from there. But go get your, if you don't know your blood type, go to Amazon and get your Eldon blood typing test. So you can get that sucker done tomorrow. You can get it on Prime. It'll be delivered tomorrow. It takes 5 minutes, so you'll know. And it's not going to be a set date to set date. It's just going to be 7 days from when you start. This is just to prove to yourself that the things that you're eating is causing the problems. Okay? Love y'all. I'll see y'all back here again tomorrow. Bye. I'm going to save this live. And unfortunately, we can't save this live over here, but you can on Instagram. So I will see y'all again tomorrow. Bye. How do I cut this off? Who knows how to cut it off? Tell me. Y'all got too much shit on this screen. Y'all got too much shit on this screen. Okay, let's see. I'm going to push this button. Let's see if this works. Bye.